Welcome back, everyone. Okay, let's start getting some assembly done. Okay, so before I go too much further, I have to get the plug in place. And that's going to go right here. So, yeah, so I'm going to put these two halves together, drill out the hole for this to fit down into. But what I need to do is I need to get it, like, you see this thing here is going to be slanted. I want to try and get it as straight down as I possibly can. So, well, we'll work on that. Okay, client reminded me he did not want the phaser fire firing from the primary hull. He wants it firing from the engineering hull. So the ventral phaser here is going to be firing the phaser strip here. So I just puttied that in, clean it up, sand it down, and it'll be like it was never there. Okay, so I got to drill a hole here and then have the fire coming out that way. Alright, while that sets, let's get back to getting that plug put in here. I got a little nib on here that'll help angle the plug so it's straight down. Okay, so I got a glue gun on there. It's just holding that in place. I'm going to get this washer and nut on there, and I'll just put them on loosely to begin with until I get the two halves together, and then I'll tighten up the nut. There we go, just like that. Okay, let's get these put together. Okay, just finished painting up the rest of the model. Got the hull detailing there all done. Hull paneling is there on the sides. Looks good. All around the sides there, all the different paneling here. So I've been using my Voyager model there as a reference to go by. Looks good. Okay, now going back to here, I got I'm going to get these two halves together, but I still need to run the navigation and the strobe wiring down into the ship. So I'm going to drill another hole for those two sets of wires. And then we can get the wiring from the top here down to here tied in and get it all connected. Let's get that drilling done first. Okay, so let's get the top half wired together with the bottom and get them together. Okay, so let's do a quick light test before closing it all up. Now, let's get these two pieces together. Just need to let those set, and then we can finish off the assembly. Alright, time to get these put together. So I got all the 5-volt lines tied in here. Got the strobe, and then we got the navigation, and then strobe, and then we got the 12-volt lines here that light up the lighting there and in the warp engines. So then we got these 5-volt lines here, which I should have had on there. I can still put them on there, no big deal. Okay, so let's get these hooked on here, and then we can tie these in here. But I need to get lines off of the plug here first, and they, yeah, and see, here's where I'll tie in the warp engines right back here. So let's get this done and then get these tied in here. Okay, so I'm starting with the main power line here going to the plug here. This other one here for the 5-volt. And we got the strobe. Navigation. Okay, all these are capped off now, so there won't be any shorts. So I just need to get a couple of lines from here to go up to there. Good. Great. Still got issues here. Now the phaser thing won't light up. Unless it got disconnected. Oh no, I'll look. I found out what the issue was. The ground wire snapped off, so I just retied it, and now it works again. So I'm gonna get all these wires down in place here as best I can. It should be all right. Also, with the lighting of the phaser fire there, with all the extra draw of power to all these other LEDs, that dropped down in brightness. So I replaced the 47 ohm with a 22, and it brought it back up again. So let's get these two halves together. Just so I can adjust the pressure. Alright, just gotta let that set overnight, then we can move on. Ship is looking really good. So, the next thing I'm going to be working on right now is the stand. I got the switch here for it and the main power plug where everything will tie into, and that's what's going to go into the stand. Okay, so I'm going to put this plug right about here. Just going to use this to drill out the hole. Put the little switch right here. Okay, so I'm just going to get wiring done in here. So I got that on there. It's going to be a plug and play. Got it on a nice long rod there, about 9.5 inches long. That's what the client wants. So now, get these The rest of those all tied in. Here we go. Alright, this is what I'm using for this. I'm going to have the rod coming up here, just like the Arrow shuttle has just been launched. So it's going to be like it's just coming down from the bottom here. Kind of like, look, something like that. Okay, I still got to get the decals on there yet, but I'll do that eventually. Right now I just wanted to get this ready here for the effect that I want to go for. Okay, so I got 2 bits here. I'm going to use the smaller one to start with. I'm just going to drill part way into the bottom here. Not very much, just a little bit. You don't need very much, otherwise it'll go all the way through. Okay, let's get this done. So I'm going to get the decals on this, but I need to get the hole drilled and the base here where it's going to go. There we go. All the decals in place. Just a little bit of painting I need to do on the hull. Other than that, that's ready to go. And here we go. Got them both done. Looks really good. Okay. So let's get this in place. Now I decided I'm not going to glue this to the model because the client wants it landing on the deck here. There's going to be a big decal here. You glue it to the decal and something happens, it rips off. It's going to rip off portions of the decal. So it's just going to sit there. I'll let my client put it there. When I ship it, I'll have this wrapped up separately, and then he can place it on the deck itself. So I guess the next step now is get to decaling this baby. So going by the plans here, I'm going to start around the bridge section here. that's just the beginning. I just got the rest of those on, and then we can do the main decaling. All right, time to get to work on the bottom part here. I moved that up there. That's where those went. Alright, looking good. The decals on there. Looks good there. Up underneath. Okay, so we just got to put on the registry and the name, and that's it. Okay, so I still got painting detailing to do in the sensor pods on the sides here, top. But other than that, all the decals are on now. Once I get the painting done, clear coat, then dull coat, so it really seals everything in. Looks good. Okay, let that set overnight, get the painting done, and then that's it. Okay, she is all coated, dull coated, nice thick coat. Looks really good. So I got the colors here that I'm going to be using to do all the fine detailing on the sensor strips. So let's get that started. Okay, I'm going to start up with aluminum, and there are 6 points on here that I'm seeing that require the color. And there's a couple of points here for red. And now we got copper. Now we got light blue. And there you go. There's the sensor palette. That one there done. Now just got to do the rest. And there we go. All done. Well, that is it for this build, everyone. This was definitely a fun one putting together. Please like, subscribe, comment. Don't forget to share and click that notification bell for any future uploads. I will see you in the next build. See you later.